Hey guys, I want to say something. Trump hasn't locked up anyone, and he hasn't locked up Hillary, and he's not going to. He's not going to lock up any of them. Random, none of them. Because when you're a politician, you could be a criminal. You're above the law. So just remember that. That's why I'm running for senator or congressman. Because then you can't beat them, you join them. But they're all criminals, every single one of them. And the NSA has dirt on every single one of them. So let's just say, for instance, let's say I'm a freshman senator, okay? And let's say that I'm married and have kids. And say I'm going to go up to Las Vegas. I have a business meeting, but I'm a senator. And all of a sudden, this woman approaches me, and I'm married. And she's like, let's just say I drink too, because if you drink, you pretty much lose your morals. Say I'm drinking a couple of beers, and I'm like, yeah, I'm married, man, I'm sorry. This girl's super hot. And then she starts talking to me, and she gets along with me and everything, and it's like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, the NSA, they keeping track of me. They know what I'm doing. And they could record me and everything. You say, well, that's not admissible in court. They don't need that. They just dump it on social media from some kind of a fake thing. Don't you see where I'm getting? Let's say I'm worth $100 million as a senator. My wife's going to get half. Don't you understand that? My family's going to be embarrassed in the mainstream media. My kids are going to freaking probably end up on drugs now because they're embarrassed. Do you see where I'm going with that? They got dirt on everyone. Remember what Hillary said? You take me down, I'll take half of Washington down. They're all dirty. And Trump's not going to lock up anyone, man. He's going to continue to do what he's doing. And that's it. But he's the best thing we have, but, he can only do so much. And his hands are tied. This nation will collapse. It's going to. It's a matter of time. If you're looking for Trump to save you, he's not going to. You're the only one that's going to save you. God's really the one who's going to save us all if you seek him out. I haven't been seeking him lately. It's not good. I'm kind of miserable without him. Kind of need to get back together with him again. But I will say this. The nation's set up to collapse. The governors are all in on it. Governor Doug Ducey, he doesn't have another term. He's not going to run again. He's doing what's planned. He's crushing business. He gets paid every month. He don't care. He's a multimillionaire. He gets paid every month. I mean, if you go to Netflix, I'm not even going to watch Netflix anymore. Netflix is all about exploiting children now. Exploiting children. And the guy who put that Cuties movie, he's an ex-pedophile that went to prison for 6 years. Hello? I mean, that's what they're doing. And, the reason why Planned Parenthood does what it does, they sell body parts. And the children being abducted, they take andachrome from them. It's back in the biblical days, you guys. Damn it, I got a stray hair in my nose. Freaking trim it. Tickles me. Andachrome, which is, I think they torture the kid and they take his blood out and then they shoot it up, or they find out which blood type, like if you're O negative, the kid's O negative, and they sell the vials to the politicians and world leaders and everyone who's in on this satanic bullshit. And if you read the Bible, you go back to the days of the pharaohs. The pharaohs were using the children's blood too, and pouring them in, their wounds, I guess, to heal them. And they take it every day or something like that. But andachrome, it's real, and I guess it gives you a rush. But all these guys living forever. I mean, look at Rockefeller. He lived till he's like 100 years old, 100 and something, whatever. He just recently died. But I think they're injecting children's blood into them. I think they're all doing it. These kids are going missing. Notice that no really politician stands up, and the mainstream media doesn't talk about all the missing children. They don't give a shit about children. They abort them. I can remember I bought this real high-end, expensive product, and only the rich can afford this shit. And I ended up buying this expensive face cream. It was like a little bottle, and it said human embryo stem cells. I called the company up, but I said I want a refund. And they're like, oh no, we can't do that. I go, I don't want this shit. I don't want some aborted baby in my freaking cream. But that's what they're selling to people who have money. You know, the people who have money, that's why, look at the freaking Hollywood actors. They look like they're freaking young still. They look great. And it's because they have the money to buy all that shit. And if you look at the store, the only section is worthy of eating is the organic section, if you could afford it. The rest is all chemicals and artificial colors designed to kill the poor. Only the rich get to live an abundant life of health. I mean, I don't even have a doctor, you guys. I don't even go to a doctor because I spend so much money on food I could afford it. But the poor can't afford any of this shit. It's sad. And everyone, it seems like everyone who's poor has got freaking disease and thyroid issues and diabetes, and it's freaking disgusting. And they've set it up. It just, everyone's a freaking criminal, man. And the head of all of the food chains are all freaking in on it. They're all in on it to kill us, cause disease, and it's a fact, all this stuff. It's not a joke, it's real. It's freaking sad. Anyways, I'm going to go into the sheep store. Albertsons, I remember when COVID first started, they were talking about the capacity was 245, but because of COVID, you could only 244 people could be in the store. So COVID doesn't strike you if there's one below 245 at Mac.